Hello and welcome to this Fitech screencast. Today we'll be looking at how to create a custom test. Version 5 has a large number of tests within the system, but it doesn't cover everything. And it also might be that you just want to record some extra data against your subjects that can be printed out on a report. Well, a custom test is the easiest way of doing this. You have to be logged in as an administrator, as in fact I am, and you need to go to the administration menu. Select the fitness node and look for manage custom tests. Click on that and you'll see that we don't have any declared at the moment, so I'm just going to add one by clicking here on the add link, and it loads up the familiar interface. By default it loads up a 4-column layout. Now let's just say, for example, you're going to do an eye test and you have two columns, right eye and left eye readings. So what we'll do is we'll click on the little anchor there to highlight the table, click on the delete button, and then we'll go to this little button in the visual editor called the content template. Click on that and that will give you a range of templates from 1 column through to 8 columns, and they're appropriately named 1 col, 2 col, etc. So I'm just going to double click on the 2 col one and that will load it into the visual editor. Now I've got far too many rows here, but I'll deal with that in a minute. So let's just call this V5 custom eye test, and then what I'll do is put in right eye reading. I'll copy that, Control C, Control V to paste that in, and I'll just make that left eye reading. So I've basically got my my test set up now. Now it might well be that I want to have another custom test. Now I could create 2 separate custom tests, or I could just add 2 templates, 2 grids in the same custom test, and I'd advise you to do this. This is probably the easiest thing. Now let's just say that we have another test that requires 4 columns. So I'll just click on the content template, find my 4-column template, double click on that, and that will insert it where the cursor is. Now what I'll do is I'll just call this V5 4-col test. I don't know, and I'll just call this reading 1, reading 2, and so on, and you get the general idea. So basically when you come to apply this test to a subject, you'll have 2 grids, and the top one will obviously be the eye test and the bottom one will be this thing that we've called the V5 4-col test. Now how do we get rid of these rows in the visual editor? It works a little bit like Word. So if you right click on the row that you want to get rid of, a shortcut menu comes up and you've got table operations. Let's go to the remove row and it removes it, and you just have to keep going through and doing it that way. There's no easy way of block selecting here, so I'm just going to go through that, and then once I've done that we'll come back to the rest of the demonstration. Okay, I've removed the rows now from the 2 custom tests, and also what I've done is I've just put a little bit of text in here, so you can add your own text. You can obviously make it whatever size you want and so on. Probably best not to play too much with the formatting because style is enforced within the reports. But that's it really. So I've created my template now, and what I'm going to do is just, I've got to give it a name, and I'll call this V5 custom test, and I shall now insert that, and we now have a custom test here. I can use this button here to edit the format of the test, and I can use this one to remove it. So I now have a custom test. In the next part of the custom test demonstration, I'll show you how to apply that to a subject. Thank you for watching.